Oh, I think that marching band is the reason. Well, marching band is all about support. I think that when it comes to athletics, the marching band is there to perform a halftime show, is there to perform in the stands, is there to perform at basketball games, there to perform at soccer games, wherever we can be. I think it's about support. It's
like, to be a part of marching band. What kind of time do you need to devote as a student to be in that program?
Well, you need to devote at least 3 hours a week of practice on your own. Just like English has their own homework or math has their own problems or whatever. In order to be in band, you have to commit to practicing on your own for 3 hours a week. But with the band, you have the Tuesday practices from 2:30 to 5, and then Thursday practices from 6 to 9.
Wow,
that's it. Yeah.
So they're here for quite a while.
Yeah,
then.
At least 6 hours a week of practicing. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the things that I tell them is my first year we had T-shirts that said "Pride Generating Delta Lions Corps" on the back, and I think that the marching band and the band program contributes to the pride dramatically on campus. When you're at football games, you're watching a football game and you're hearing the band. When you're going to basketball games, you're watching the basketball game and you're hearing the band. The band generates energy, the band generates pride, and there's that respect from all the athletes, respect from the teachers on campus, respect from the administration, because these kids are putting in so much time, putting so much effort to create a sense of pride and energy for the program and for the school. There's a saying that the drum line is the heartbeat of a program, and I think that that's the case. You go out to a football game, and who leads the football team in? It's the drum line, and I've heard from several football players and several coaches that that's their favorite part of the game, is walking into the stadium with the drum line. And there's just so much respect. There's so much respect for the students and each other. It's great to see. It's great to see that that the band has come so far, that the football team and the band can practice on the same field at the same time. You don't see that in any other schools. There's just a lot of respect and mutual respect between everyone. It's great. Well, we obviously have competitions, so we have a competition this weekend. And we have other competitions in October and November that we go out and perform at. We also have something really cool. It's called a custom Christmas parade, where we get all the clubs, we get as many clubs involved as possible, and we go out onto the streets of Rubidoux and march. And it's great because Reaches got involved last year, and ROTC got involved. And we got candy canes and candy passed out to kids. So all the kids are running out to the fence and running out to the street because they heard a marching band coming down their street. How often does that happen? You never hear things like that. So it was really cool, and I think that's the biggest and the most fun that we have in the community, because we get involved closely. We get really involved. We're literally coming to their houses and showing them who we are as a program and what we represent in the community. It's awesome. Well, I started playing piano when I was a little kid. My mom had a keyboard she brought out, and I started playing Ode to Joy and songs, and they're like, how are you able to do that right now? And then I played the recorder in elementary school also, and started band in 5th grade. I started band because my sister, she got a B in music because she wasn't in band. So my mom's like, you need to do band, so I could get an A in band. So I joined band. I ended up getting an A, and from that point on, it's been all about music. It's crazy how things start. Performed in middle school, was a drum major in high school, was the leader of my band program in high school. We went to Hawaii in high school, to Florida. We toured around the country.
Wow.
Then went to Cal State Fullerton. At Cal State Fullerton, I was going to major in music composition, but my degree changed my junior year to education. I got to go to South Korea and perform in Korea. Got to perform all over the state, and did my student teaching at El Dorado High School. Great marching band program. El Dorado marched in the Rose Parade. I marched in the Rose Parade when I was in high school too. And I'm coming with the knowledge that I've obtained from all those different programs. A lot of discipline, a lot of goal setting, a lot of organization, a lot of energy, a lot of respect for the programs too. That's what I'm bringing to the table. Well, Rubidoux has a crazy legacy. 50 years ago, I'm not sure what the program was like 50 years ago. I know what the program was like 25 years ago. I competed against Rubidoux at one point when I was in high school. Rubidoux had a very large campus. The campus was over 3,500 students. So the band program was like at 150 students. There's a lot of kids in the band program. At that time it was under the direction of Charles Gray, and everyone talks about Mr. Gray this, Mr. Gray that, because he really started and invested in the program. The program got huge and swelled up underneath his direction. And then we planted different schools, and the size of our campus shrinked dramatically, cut in half, overcut in half. And one thing that's really cool is that the kids don't really see it. The kids don't appreciate how large of a program we have now compared to what it used to be. When you have twice as many students on campus, you have twice as many opportunities to get those kids in band. Well, we have the same size band as some schools that have 3,000 kids on campus. We have the same size band as some schools that have 3,500 kids on campus. So we have a lot of kids in the band. But Rubidoux has a rich history because of what Mr. Gray has taken. We are the new Rubidoux. This is the new Delta Alliance Corps. We have started over completely with new schools. We have started over completely with staff, with directors, with students, and we have created something extremely awesome at Rubidoux. The kids are energetic. The band program has tons to represent. Last year, we won our first competition in years, probably 10 years. But the program's coming back, and it's not what it used to be. It is something completely new, and it is incredible. It's incredible to see. I think we were able to get a lot of kids in the band program because of what we've done so far. I mean, I've been teaching this in my 3rd year, and the praise is not for me as a teacher. The praise is for the students, because they've worked so hard in getting where they're at. But we're out in the campus. We perform on campus. We perform in public. We make ourselves noticeable. We make ourselves available for other clubs, other organizations. We'll be performing with the Spanish Club this year. We perform with a bunch of different things. The band is available. It's a resource on campus that anyone can use for any opportunity. You know, we perform at car washes. We perform at the games, obviously. And really we're a resource on campus that can be used elsewhere. Especially now that we have a guitar ensemble class, that guitar ensemble can be used at parties or at get-togethers or at meetings or whatever. We can do those sort of things. But I think students are seeing what the band is doing, and that's the reason why they want to join. They're seeing this respect that's obtained on campus. They're hearing a band that's performing at lunchtime, which never happens in other schools. You don't go to schools and see bands performing at lunchtime. So they're seeing this, they're witnessing it firsthand of what we're about, and I think that they want to be a part of that, or I hope they want to be a part of that. Well, there's a bunch of different things. Students who get involved with playing an instrument like a woodwind, like a saxophone, clarinet, flute. They can get involved with playing a brass instrument like the trumpet, the French horn, the baritone, or the tuba. They can get involved with playing percussion. We have a drum line. Everyone has heard the drum line. They can get involved with the pit, so the group that's in the front playing melodic instruments and playing a lot of really challenging things. Or you can get involved with color guard. Our color guard was at 3 people just a couple years ago. Then we went to 6, and now we're at 14 people, 14 girls, and we want to continue to grow that. And that's something that anyone can be involved with if they like dancing, if they like the challenge of spinning rifles or spinning flags or doing choreography. We also have a guitar ensemble. Guitar ensemble is not a part of the marching band, but it's another opportunity for students to get involved musically on campus. Well, I did the research for the other fight song that we used to have. I called up Mr. Gray. I asked him what the fight song was. The song is called Fight Song. That's what it was called. I didn't recognize the melody. I talked with other people to see if they knew what the fight song was, and no one could really tell me what it was. And then I went and met with Mr. Hansen, and Mr. Hansen said, "Hey, I want to get the students involved. The fight song that we had before didn't get people involved. I want to get the crowd. I want to get students involved with the music." So we looked at the UCLA fight song called Sons of Westwood, and it's an awesome melody, and it gets the crowd involved. That's one thing that we want to see more of. We want to see more people clapping. We want to see more people chanting. We want to see people get involved with the fight song. The fight song is what generates the pride after touchdowns. It's what helps generate the prides at rallies. It really encompasses the idea of energy at sporting events. This is what we are. This is who we are. And the fight song helps demonstrate that.